When it comes to finding employment, navigating job search websites and even creating a resume can be a huge hassle. But there's a resource here in Sierra Vista, a free resource that people can use every single day to get the job and career that they've always wanted. Welcome back to another episode of Checking In with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by the Ed Morse Automotive Group. Sierra Vista and Cochise County are backed by Morse. We're here with Michael Arinello here at the Goodwill Career Center. Michael, first of all, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate the chance to talk to you about this because this is something very important. No matter what the economy is, no matter what the outlook is for jobs in a particular community, there's always a need for people there. And one thing you highlight is that I've met you again at the recent Cochise Surfing Veteran Stand-Down event.
Yes.
You love getting jobs for veterans, and it takes a veteran to know a veteran. And with all of your service, thank you for what you've done for our country and what you do for our veterans. Talk about what it's like here at the Goodwill Career Center for people who are looking for employment.
Well, again, I want to thank you for coming down and highlighting this community resource here. That's correct. This is a free resource. This is the Goodwill Career Center. We actually have a total of 6 centers throughout southern Arizona. We got 4 in Tucson, 1 in Casa Grande, and the one here.
And what I've heard is the one here ends up seeing more people and getting them plugged into jobs even more than the Tucson area ones, right?
I can tell you
You can
that,
brag about it. It's okay.
The Career Center here, we're considered rural. Okay. Obviously, we don't have the same amount of resources as other communities, particularly Tucson being a larger city. I am proud of the fact that, yes, we've been very successful in getting some people in the community here jobs, mainly in food service. That's our biggie. When you consider what we have here in this town, which is a large majority of retirees, I myself am retired from the military after 30 years. I also worked for the VA as an employment counselor there prior to coming here. Matter of fact, that's how it led to this job, because I used to bring the vets here. Prior to that, I did work on the base for TAP, Transition Assistance Program. In that capacity, I had to service veterans that were getting out of the military, particularly during the downsize. And in that capacity, I had to be certified by the Department of Labor in writing resumes that are non-federal as well as federal. When I talk about federal resumes, that's on USA Jobs. If you're looking to apply for ICE, which is right now hiring, you might have seen that on national news, in other federal positions, whether it be on the base, Border Patrol, CPB, any of those are on a website called USA Jobs. Mm-hmm. So that's a whole different beast, if you will, in terms of applying for those jobs.
Now talk about the challenges of applying for something on USA Jobs and how the Goodwill Career Center and you in particular can help walk people through that. I mean, you got a whole computer setup right here where you literally can sit people down and we can work on this together to make sure that they put forward the best possible chance of them getting
and
this
that's what
job.
you get. That's what you get here when you come to any career center. Our major focus here is, and as it says on our sign here, is we provide training for people and skills and jobs. My main focus is helping people with resumes, both non-federal and federal. And when I say help, we sit here and provide assistance. That's one thing that we're proud of at the Goodwill. And by the way, my supervisor, Jason Flores, who's up at the corporate office up in Tucson, he thrives on the fact that we at the centers, all of our career counselors that we have, know what our community might need. And he gives us the leeway to identify what those are and help them. And so for me here, it's particularly with resumes, 48% of my clients are over 55.
Wow.
So I am stereotyping about the age differential because when you think about it, I didn't get my first computer till I was 35 because when they first came out.
Right.
Whereas I have a grandson who's 5 years old and he can go ahead and troubleshoot the computer, you know. So I have a lot of older adults, is my point, that might not necessarily be that proficient on writing a resume, filling out the applications. We do also give classes on those things. I give classes on basic computer skills. It's nothing in depth. And we do have also certification classes that we give. A new one that came out is AI, artificial intelligence. We have a certification for that too.
That's what I was going to ask you. How has the integration of AI helped you be able to help other people get jobs?
Well, the integration of AI now is back in the day when you would submit a resume or an application and uploaded a resume. A lot of times, resumes was written where they had this one category called skills. This is the one worder. You know, you had one words on there. Communication, warehouse, forklift operator, those kind of things. Where AI now, resumes are run through an AI, and they're looking for more of sentences that fill things out or that describe, I mean. And so I use AI tools here when we're after we complete a resume and run it through a lot of the AI overviews that a lot of the websites have, particularly Indeed, that can review the resume for you and see if it meets the, some of the AI background.
And being able to work with people who are of a certain demographic, the 55 and older, it's so important for them to have a resource like you to come here to the Goodwill Center right here on Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista.
And again, I want to stipulate it's the hands-on. We're very proud here. When I say we, again, coming out of our corporate offices in Tucson and all the Goodwills, where we provide one-on-one assistance and hands-on assistance. I don't just plop you in front of a computer, throw up a resume template, and say go at it. Because writing's an art as well. I do that for you here.
And knowing that you've done this.
And it's not just, by the way, older adults. I help. I also collaborate with the probation office here, with Daly up there. I think you've interviewed her quite a few times. And so I've met with the probation officers, and I have, and parole, and I have people for Second Chance Nature come down and been very successful in helping those that are coming back and integrating into the community after paying their debt to the community and finding employment.
So looking at employment opportunities here, what do you see as the biggest growth opportunity for people to work for in Sierra Vista or Cochise County?
Well, it's well known that some of the major industries right now in Sierra Vista is obviously the base. And also being in southern Arizona here, we are closer to the border, and there is many opportunities within the federal government, even though there is a hiring freeze right now, and we see a lot of things on national news about government jobs and things like that. But they still are actively hiring, particularly Border Patrol, ICE, the prisons. But are here in this town, or even surrounding area, which includes Bisbee, Douglas. I service those as well, people in Benson. I have people there too. If you cannot physically come here, you can call me and I can assist clients virtually over the phone.
Which is a huge opportunity, again, for people to be able to take advantage of, knowing that, okay, well, I can't drive down to Sierra Vista or get to this part of Fry Boulevard. I can just pick up the phone.
Yeah, and I do that. And I have folks that, again, that are in those surrounding areas that, it's almost an hour drive here from Douglas or from Bisbee even. A large majority of my clients, and again, I have many different graphics. The other 42% are my 20-year-olds and younger, and the rest fall out in the middle there. But
so it's almost a bell-shaped curve as far as the sides of the spectrum that are most looking for employment right now.
But the biggest opportunity again is the base, is those federal jobs, is obviously the Walmart. Food service, we see an uptick now, and believe it or not, is being a home care provider or a caregiver. We have many organizations in this town that provide home care provider services, as well as inpatient services here, as you know. We know a couple of those companies here. But not sure if I'm able to mention some of those.
No, not by name. I mean, it's fine. You will. But if you're looking for that, you come here to talk to Michael.
Yes, come and talk to me, because I've had many of the home care provider agencies here in this town, some that were just started up in the last year, come here to see me, and a large majority of those companies now have employees that started from here. And I see an uptick in that because we do have an older population in this town. And there is a big need, and you do not need to be certified with some of the companies. They provide some of the certification for that as well. It's a good second career. And believe it or not, if you're an older adult, when I say an older adult, like, 50s, 60s maybe, there is companies here that actually look for older adults to work for them to service older adults. In some cases, almost like a buddy, if you will. But the majority of those jobs do require that the employee, provide some assistance. Most of those companies have a list of what services they will provide to that client, and that's agreed upon with them. But the point is there's many, many caregiving jobs here in this town, to include the surrounding area for Bisbee and Benson. I use Indeed, which is the #1 job site, and you can see them on there as well for yourself, that even some veteran clients that need assistance out in the surrounding area.
So the Goodwill Career Center here in Sierra Vista is not just for federal jobs, but just for any job.
Correct. And I also try to collaborate with local employees in the town, like I just stated earlier, particularly with the caregiving positions. It was kind of a fluke, if you will. I had one owner of a company who was a startup about 1.5 years ago come in here and say, "Hi, I'm me. I'm starting up this company. I'm looking for caregivers. This is the requirements I have." And I found them the candidates.
Wow.
And so that's what I do, is I try to go around as well and do outreach or engagement with the community.
Like the veterans stand down?
Like the veterans stand down again. Being a veteran myself, we're going out there. I do collaborate on the base with the folks at TAP, Transition Assistance Program, as well, although I haven't made it there lately. I do collaborate with the other agencies in town too, like Arizona at Work.
Yes.
Now, that's important to understand, because here and again in this small town, that's very exciting that we do have that collaboration. We have that relationship with not only Arizona at Work, but with the Warrior Healing Center, because they provide services that we might not necessarily have either, particularly funding. Arizona at Work does have programs that have funding that we don't necessarily have here at Arizona at Work. I mean, at the Goodwill. However, again, my current supervisor is looking at how we can increase some of those services as well. So when I say that, for example, we have gift cards that we normally can give to somebody to a raffle at the end of the month if they got a job, and I do that. However, I also use them if somebody is in need and they need clothes for a interview.
Yeah.
And some of these other agencies, like St. Vincent de Paul, they provide that as well. But either way, I collaborate with the other agencies. So if there's something I can't provide, I partner with them that can also assist the citizens of Cochise County here.
It's absolutely amazing. And again, for job search, application assistance, resume creation, interview prep, career exploration, computer access, it's all right here in Sierra Vista on Fry Boulevard at the Goodwill Career Center. And you can stop by, you can see Michael.
Monday through Friday, I'm here 9 to 5. I do operate, though, on appointment basis as well, if you'd like. The phone number to best reach me is my cell phone, 520-734-5920. Again, 520-734-5920. If you cannot come here, again, because I service the outlying areas, you can call me. Again, I can assist you virtually. And yes, please come on down, and I can help you service your needs.
All the experience is waiting for you right here. If you are looking for that next step in your career path, your career trajectory, you can find it by starting right here at the Goodwill Career Center on Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista. All the information will be in the post description. Michael, thanks so much for talking to us today and taking the time to let us check in with you. And thank you for watching this episode of Checking In with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by the Ed Morse Automotive Group. Sierra Vista and Cochise County are backed by Morse. Again, if you are in a situation where you're looking for a new career path, there are jobs out there, federal and non-federal, that you can apply for, all with the help of Michael right here at the Goodwill Career Center in Sierra Vista on Fry Boulevard. All the details are in the post description. Maybe you know someone who's going through something right now and they need to find a new career. Please share this video around. Let them know that this is important, that this resource is here, a community resource, absolutely free to the public to come in and take advantage of. You can do that today at the Goodwill Career Center. Have a great day, everybody. Check the post description for all the details. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. And we'll check in with you again later on. Thanks so much, Michael.
All right,
Appreciate it,
thank
man.
you
Great
again.
job.